Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just want to go into this quick lesson. Primarily going into how E is declining. They're not giving birth. And their children are not surviving versus the rest of the world, or in comparison to the rest of the world. And this is an article which I had heard about it, I think yesterday, but I didn't really pay much attention to it until I came back around into it. It says cheerleader took selfies giving birth, then left baby in closet to die and got McDonald's. A very Edomite thing to do. So it says former University of Kentucky student Laken Ashley Snelling hid her pregnancy from her roommates. A cheerleader allegedly took selfies while giving birth, then left her newborn to die in a closet and went to get food at a McDonald's. So this person, 21, was taken into custody on August 31st after police found her baby boy's body wrapped in a towel and in a garbage bag in the closet of her bedroom in Lexington, Kentucky. Again, a very Edomite thing to do. And I know I say that because you had Eve that was riding around with her niece and nephew in the trunk, decomposed body, dismembered, and they was in there for I can't even remember how long they was in there. But they was in the back of the bag. But again, a very Edomite thing to do because naturally our people wasn't like that. But it was under Esau Edom's influence and his control. After everything he's done to our people, this is what you have to this day. This is how he molded the modern day woman, the modern day Israelite woman. And, what we see now with the YNs and everything, the modern Israelite day man, the modern day Israelite man and the modern day Israelite woman. So that's why I say a very Edomite thing to do. And even Yahweh Shai, when he was dealing with those Pharisees, the leaders of the Pharisees and Sadducees, scribes, he was telling them, you are of your father, the devil. He was a liar and a murderer from the beginning, going into the different forms that Esau came in, when he was the serpent, lying to Eve, and when he came as Cain, the first murderer. And then ultimately himself, all those attributes put together, a liar and a murderer, So, again, a very Edomite thing to do. Now, it says she gave birth August 27 around 4 a.m. in her off-campus house and told roommates that the noises were from her passing out after not eating or feeling well. It says she ditched her 9:30 class at the university and instead ordered McDonald's on the app and picked her food up. Fast food, state the papers. So, yeah, it was one more that all these ads. It says, after going to McDonald's, Snelling drove to the university's clinic but did not go inside and instead returned home. That is when she was arrested. Snelling told police that she had passed out on top of her newborn and woke up to see him turning blue and purple, states the affidavit. She claimed she believed her infant was dead and wrapped him in a towel and woke up later at 7:30 a.m. and put the baby in a placenta and the placenta in a black garbage bag in her closet. However, Snelling told UK hospital staff that the baby made a whimper and that she guessed the baby was alive, according to the affidavit. It's Salakia for pronouncing the word wrong. Affidavit, Salakia. Lexington police found images of her during labor, photos of her doing things ordinary pregnant women should not be doing, and a concealed or hidden pregnancy, according to the affidavit. And then it says she was charged with abuse of the corpse in connection with her baby's death. So this is the young Edomite woman that did so. And then I was gonna bring up this what I had looked on Google about the Edomites' birth rates. And now I don't want to pull up. There it is. I typed in, are more white people being born or dying? And I don't know why it's not. There it is. It says no for white Americans. Deaths currently outnumber births. And we see why. You know, and it's ultimately these curses. That's these curses coming upon them. You know, it says a trend of natural decrease that began in 2016 and has expanded to a majority of the United States. This decline is due to a combination of lower birth rates among whites and increasing mortality rates, including a rise in deaths of despair from the opioid crisis, suicide, and alcohol-related liver disease. Now, I'm going to just bring this up, get a couple scriptures. It says, I really want to get straight to the statistics, as I had seen that. And as you can see, it's been a decline. You know, a major decline, especially between 2006 to 2010. A major decline. Birth to death ratio by race and Latino origin. And as you can see, the birth to death rate for you Edomites is just lower and lower. But let me see, how do I so I want to search. Oh, here it is. Because it was 77%. There it is. It says in 2016, whites accounted for 77.7% of all U.S. deaths, but 53.1% of births. Damn. So that means out of 77%, 77.7% of the people that was dying in the U.S. were Edomites. You know, that's a major decline. A major decline. You know, that's a major decline in population. Which, like I said, I ain't gonna get all into it, but you see, even to this day, these Edomites are just they don't care. They put their children to death. They don't care. She was a 21-year-old cheerleader, had birth at her apartment, and threw the baby away. You know, it's not funny because of what happened, but it's the fact that these curses are coming upon you Edomites. These curses are really overtaking you now, because this would be unheard of 50 years plus from an Edomite. This would be unheard of. You know, she'll be under the jail. This is Deuteronomy 30:7. The Lord your God will inflict all these curses on your enemies. Well, I'm reading the KJV. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Now I want to get one curse in particular. Let's see. And if you go through Deuteronomy 28, all these curses are finna overtake every single last one of us, especially 41. All these curses are finna overtake our enemies. Let's see. I might have passed it. Nope, here it is. 63. Let's see. It says, Deuteronomy 28:63. It shall come about that just as the Lord delighted over you to make you prosper and multiply, so the Lord would delight over you to bring you to ruin and destruction, and you would be uprooted violently from the land which you are entering to possess, which I'm going to read in the KJV too. It says, and it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from the land, from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. This happened unto us, you know. We got plucked up out our land. It said the Lord rejoiced over us and did us good and multiplied us at one point. And then he turned around and destroyed us because of our wickedness. So now that's coming to you Edomites too. A major decline in population. Come on, man. A major decline in population. So like I said, you know, and it wasn't no rejoicing to multiply you Edomites, but you had to serve out your kingdom. So the Lord had to bless you in your kingdom so that you can prosper, so that we can be punished. Now the roles are being reversed, and now you are having major decline. The Lord is finna rejoice to destroy you, you know, and bring you to naught and pluck you up from all the places of the earth so you can go into captivity. This is your judgment. And you other nations, you ain't getting away from this either. But this is primarily the main focal point. The public enemy number one is Esau, Edom. You know, I just want to go into that real quick. Like I said, I seen that this Edomite, she had a baby and she did the very Edomite thing to do, you know, leave it to die. Because like I said, even though the curses even talk about our women being like that, but these are curses, you know. This is not our natural nature. The natural nature of the Israelite woman is to be nurturing, is to take care of her children, you know, to love and take care of her children. But because of captivity, because of the influence of the enemy of Esau, Edom, his vibration and spirit is on our women. You know, he still has control of their minds. This is, you know, they become just like that. They actually become worse, you know. But again, the very Edomite thing to do. So on that note, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing his word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping his word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time, shalom.